I must compete against the version of myself from yesterday. And every day, if I can get just 1 degree better, 1% better, take one more step forward in my goals, dreams, ambitions, hopes, and desires, and I stack those days, and those days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, years become decades, I realized that it really is choices. Our choices determine whether we become losers or winners, not our circumstances. I'm going to say that again. My circumstances should have set me up to be a loser, but my choices made me a winner. And so understand that 99% of those of you out there, depressed and anxious, is self-manufactured. And when a good man lets himself accept mediocrity, gives up control, and blames others, he literally surrenders the essence of who he is. Think about that. That's really what happens. And then your conscience goes, hey man, you have accepted mediocrity. You know you have greater potential, but you've accepted mediocrity. You are giving up control in life and letting yourself drift, as Napoleon Hill calls it in his book, Outwitting the Devil. You've become a drifter in life. In other words, you are like a rudderless ship. You are not going under your own power. You are letting the currents of life, of circumstance, of the opposition determine how you feel, how you think, what you experience. If you are drifting towards happiness one day, sadness the next day, broke the next day, fulfillment the next, and you are a very inconsistent person. I want to have a rudder. I want to have a vision of where I'm going, and I want to be very purpose-driven and find the shortest line to that vision, to that outcome. And if I can, at that point, I'm a purpose-driven man. You will not find a purpose-driven man who is also anxious and depressed. Because when a man is dedicated and committed to his duty and purpose in life, in reaching his fullest potential, there is no room, there is no time, there is no space for the devil to play. And the devil shows up as shame, as guilt, as depression, as anxiety, as loneliness, as hopelessness. That's the fact. If you're feeling all those things, it's because you are ignoring your higher calling. You know you're meant for more. Conscience is literally knocking on your door in the form of depression and anxiety. And that's why so many of you are suffering. But I need you to first understand that the universe punishes the lazy. The universe is just and fair. So the universe will never allow you to work towards something and not deliver the outcome. The universe also knows when you are faking it, when you're making a half-hearted attempt, and it will deliver despair. See, that's the beautiful thing about universal laws, is that the universe is just and fair. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care what color you are, what religion you are, what gender you are. The universe goes, hey, you know what? I will conspire with you to deliver whatever outcome you want in life, but you must do the work. And in the absence of the work over a designated period of time, I will make sure that you feel the pain of your laziness, of your complacency, and of your desire of wanting an outcome without putting in the goddamn work. Doesn't that make sense? The universe will punish the lazy, and it will literally reward you when you have put in the time and the work. There's a certain amount of work to be done over a certain amount of time, and the outcome is given. Now, does that mean you're going to be happy your entire life? Absolutely not. Like, I don't know of a single person who's happy all the time. It is okay to feel some sadness and grief. It is okay to be burnt out from time to time. It is okay to even feel some level of stress and anxiety. It is not okay to live there, to diagnose yourself and to manifest it further and make it part of your identity. It is absolutely not acceptable for you to live a life of mediocrity by self-diagnosing, self-manufacturing, and looking for evidence in the world that you have anxiety and depression. You have anxiety and depression because you are incongruent with the man that you know you are meant to be. And it is consciousness that's knocking on your door in the form of anxiety and depression, in the form of sadness and loneliness, in the form of shame and guilt, knocking on your door and saying, dude, I know you're meant for more. Dude, I know you can become the man who can impact and influence and make the income. But there is work to be done, and you constantly choose pleasure and desire over purpose and duty, right? That's what's happening. I mean, if you want to know the truth, that's really what's happening. And the ultimate mindset is this. It is to understand that you're only competing with yourself. You're only competing with the man or the woman that you were yesterday. If you start comparing yourself to others around you, you're very quickly going to feel this sense of despair and sadness and anxiety. And the reason is you can't compare your first year to my 10 years of work. And so if you are thinking that you're going to compare yourself to me or to someone of high status, high income, high influence, high celebrity, how can you do that? It is disrespectful to us. It is disrespectful to those people who have put a decade or two in when you're still in year 1 and 2. And so comparison, they say comparison is a thief of joy. It is absolutely true. You should only compare yourself to the version that you were yesterday and become that much better today. Because the ultimate mindset requires you to do the work even when you're tired, to do the work even when you didn't sleep well, to do the work even when you are sick. There's plenty of people today, this very morning, who did not wake up, went to bed healthy, did not wake up. I am winning already by waking up, but I have to remind myself, because every morning I do wake up angry and bitter. But that does not allow me then to be an asshole and to then put off the work required to produce the outcome desired. And that's what I'm here to tell you. The ultimate mindset says that I will do the work when I'm tired. I will do the work even if I'm sick. I will do the work even if I didn't sleep well. I will do the work even if I don't feel like it. I will do the work if it's cold outside. I will do the work if it's too hot. I will do the work if no one else wants to do it with me, because I am driven by purpose and duty while others are driven by pleasures and desires. And it is that fork in the road that separates the winners from the losers in life. And so the ultimate mindset means that you must compete constantly with the version of yourself that you were yesterday. And here's why that's important to understand. Because if yesterday you stacked some W's, those wins from yesterday were only good for yesterday. They expire at midnight. And I know that. I've discovered that. See, so many people rest on their laurels. So many people go, well, you know, I stacked a whole bunch of wins. I made a whole bunch of sales. I had $1 million a year last year. That doesn't mean that you deserve $1 million or $2 million a year this year. At midnight, the slate is clean. And when I wake up, I have to stack more wins. I would highly suggest that you figure out what you want in life and then find the type of person that already has that. And if you can't be around them physically in person, the next best thing is to read their books, watch their videos, listen to their podcasts, follow their Instagram, and then implement everything they teach and preach into your life. Because without implementation, you are just a gatherer of information. The lazy gather information. Oh, I know that book. I read it. Well, did you do anything about it, motherfucker? Did you apply it to your life? No, you didn't. See, the person with the ultimate mindset might have only read one book and they applied everything from their book to that life. The name of the game is self-mastery. If you want to know what is the meaning of life, it is to maximize your potential. It is to self-master, because the Creator did not create us perfect. How boring of a life would it be if we were created perfect, in that we know the answers to everything, we're already self-actualized, we already know what our path and our purpose is, we don't have to try and search for it, develop it, test out different paths to find the one that is our true path. How boring would life be if it was so predictably perfect? That's why the intelligence of the universe is so great, that the potential is put in us. I think it's Steve Harvey that talks about the oak tree and the acorn. He says that acorn, genetically, at its most cellular level, has the ability to grow into a massive 150 foot tall tree. But if you plant that acorn in a shallow bucket, it will never reach its potential as an oak tree, even though the potential is within it. So if you constantly stay in your comfort zone, in a zone of familiarity, and you don't explore and try new things, you don't put your neck out on the line and risk losing a little money, risk being made to look dumb, risk being laughed at, then you are literally that acorn that has the potential to become a beautiful, massive tree with deep roots and branches that touch the clouds. But you have kept yourself in that box, and you will just be a sad little sapling. Understand that we are no different, my friend. We are no different.